Hey there, Capricorn. It's Bridget with Native Touch Tarot. Welcome or welcome back. We're going to jump right into the fun stuff today. So we're going to start with a message from the universe, then go into tarot. From there, wrap everything up with an alchemy of the spirit card. And if this is the type of content you enjoy, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing, but really does mean the world to me. So thank you. Okay, your message from the universe for this week, Capricorn, is you can't do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. Change comes from thinking thoughts you've never thought before and showing up to meet them down the streets you've never walked before. That kind of reminds me of Dr. Seuss. Okay, spirit guides. Come join Capricorn and myself for this tarot reading. Please guide my hands and my heart so that we can have some fun. So Capricorn, your first card is Four of Cups with strength. Then we have the Devil card with death. Okay. What's going on here? The Eight of Cups with the Eight of Swords. The Knight of Swords with the Three of Pentacles. Okay, we got some talking to do here, don't we? Okay, Capricorn. So, current energy starting off this week. We are starting off with the Four of Cups. So, this is an energy filled with regret. This is either because you turned down an offer, or this is something to do with a missed opportunity. Okay, so maybe you didn't technically turn it down, but you feel like something should have landed in your lap and it has not yet. Because then we go into the Strength card, and the Strength card is all about inner strength. Okay, so this is really holding true to yourself, sticking to your guns, and doing what you know is right. That kind of inner strength. So it looks as though, Capricorn, whether it was a missed opportunity or something that you refused, Spirit wants you to tap into that inner strength. It really is time to really plug in to be overcoming that self-doubt of yours, because you can do it. Okay, let's grab our clarifying card, because the more I talk through this, the more it feels like you refuse something because you didn't think you could do it. And your card is Justice. Okay. So is this karmic justice, or is this something working through the court system? The Justice card usually just relates literally to law and order. Okay, so maybe you have something that is going through the courts right now that will be favorable for you to win. Maybe karma is going to come back around and say, you know what, maybe we're going to give you a second chance with that offer. Maybe this time, if you take it, you might be a little bit happier. But justice is going to come full circle. So only you can tell me which way this is going to go. Is this real in-person justice for someone that you know, for yourself? Or is this karma coming back through? But whatever decision you made about refusing that offer, just know you have the inner strength to pull off whatever you think you can't. And maybe that's the true justice here. You finally seeing you can do it. You finally believing in yourself the same way the rest of us believe in you could be the turning point. Because then we have to go into possible challenges. We are starting off with the devil. And the devil card for a Capricorn can be read two different ways. This could be your power card. Usually the mountain goat represents a Capricorn, meaning the devil card is simply a representation of yourself. Or this could be pointing to the yucky things in life. So this is going to be an energy of abuse, addiction, poor mental health, anything that you could think of that's yucky about being a human is tied to that energy. Because then we have death. So if this is representing you, Capricorn, is the death card here to say, we're done with your old way of life and it's time to move on? Or are we done with whatever addiction the devil card is representing? Are we done with the depression? Because the death card simply means something has to end in order for the next beginning to start. So when you see the death card, it's actually a new beginning. We just have to figure out for you, Capricorn, what's ending? Is it a chapter in life? Are you finally putting your foot down to an addiction? And you said, you know what? I think I'm done drinking or gambling or smoking. Let's find out. You have the Queen of Wands. I think that card had to come out just to let you know you are badass enough to do that. The Queen of Wands is all about confidence, loyalty. She is downright magnetic. This could be you. This could be an energy in your force field. But this is all about being an attractive soul. Okay, so she is the person who turns heads every single time she walks into a room. So, Capricorn, are we finally putting an end to something that is holding you back from this amazing Queen of Wands energy? That's the way I'm starting to feel. I think you're finally done with some type of behavior that's actually been stalling your progress. You're going to put an end to it now. That's going to open the door for this amazing, energetic, enthusiastic, confident, attractive, self-assured energy. I love it. Let's move on to our third position, which is the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Swords. And this is advice from Spirit. And I'm thinking we start with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is feeling trapped, okay? So this is restricted. You might be feeling a little confused right now. Because then we have the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is here to tell you it's okay to walk away from what no longer serves you. So if something is holding you back, and maybe this goes back to some sort of addiction, because I'm starting to feel like the Capricorn is not representing you this time, that it's representing something a little bit yuckier, okay? And if you're feeling trapped by that addiction, if you're feeling trapped always thinking about your next drink, it's time to walk away. The advice from Spirit is walk away from what no longer serves you. And it might be time to do that, Capricorn. So, because we have Temperance. And the Temperance card, no, we don't. We don't have Temperance. We have the Emperor. Holy crow. We have the Emperor. Sorry, they're in French. The Emperor. And the Emperor is strict. The Emperor is a father figure. The Emperor is very focused, lots of stability, lots of structure. This is a very protective kind of energy. So I think Spirit is just telling you, you know what? It's okay to walk now. It's okay to stop feeling trapped, to stop feeling so pinned down. Walk away, because in doing so, you're going to tap into your Emperor energy. And that is going to be your stability, your structure, that's going to really give you something to focus on through this process. Because then we go into our fourth position, which is possible outcomes. We have the Knight of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. So, Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is all about big changes and opportunities on the horizon for you. Okay, so if you truly are feeling trapped, you're walking away, you're getting into the stable structure, protective energy of the Emperor. The Knight of Swords is saying, once you get there, once you are structured, once you know what you want to do, those doors are going to open. The Knight of Swords is here to say, we are going to bring you one heck of an opportunity, and it's going to come in fast. So that brings us to the Three of Pentacles, which is a card of teamwork. This is learning, teaching, planning, small group collaboration. This could be where you're going next. So is the Knight of Swords telling us the big opportunities are going to be that you teach someone, that you learn something new, that you work with a small group? Let's see. We have the King of Swords. So you went from the Knight to the King. And the King of Swords is all about truth and structure. So this whole reading is feeling like, Capricorn, you need a little more structure, which I think is bonkers now that I just actually said that out loud and heard myself say a Capricorn needs more structure. Yeah, Capricorns don't. But in this case, I think that's where we're going. So we really need to focus on thoughts, on being a little more analytical of what is going on. Maybe that is where the whole teaching and learning is coming in. Maybe we need to focus more on learning this week and really focus on thoughts so that when that big opportunity comes in, you're already pre-trained for it. You already know what you're looking at. You already have, a bird's eye view of what that new opportunity is going to be. So this week, Capricorn, you need to use your brain and really hunker down and study for that next opportunity. And I know that sounds weird because none of us really know what is going to be presented with that very awesome energy of the Knight of Swords, but something is going to be presented to you. So let's grab our Alchemy of the Spirit card and figure out how the universe is going to wrap all of this up with a nice little pretty bow. The goat. Ha ha ha! There you go, Capricorn. If that's not talking about you, I don't know what is. The lone mountain goat. The spirit of passion. Fire can create life or destroy it. The spirit of the goat wants to remind you of the desires that lie within your heart. Passion is a powerful force, but it has a light and a shadow, and the line that divides them can easily become blurry. Passion can build castles of dreams, but also burn down bridges of hope. When you put it at your service, it can be the spark of creativity and a powerful motor to ignite projects or relationships. Still, if it becomes a temptation, it can lead you down an unwanted path of toxic behaviors. That's where the Capricorn or the devil energy is coming into play here. Passion needs to meet temperance. It is a fire that needs to be tamed by your soul. And taming doesn't mean taking away any of its strength. It means owning and learning how to use this power for your highest purpose. Let passion be the flame that warms your heart and not the chain that harms your soul. Okay. You got this, Capricorn. Wow, that just totally wrapped everything up. So if any of this resonated with you, I would love a like, share, or follow. It really does help out small channels. And thank you so much for stopping by. If you've made it this far, thank you again. And I will see you next week.